everybody out there. Yes, it is the Monday, first Monday of 2023, and hopefully you're ready to kick some ass and take some names this year. Hopefully you make this year your bitch. All right. It is one of those interesting days. I will tell you that right now. I always love the first of the year. It is my favorite day of the year because I think everybody comes into it with positive energy and some big ideas and grandiose resolutions of what they want to accomplish. They want to get skinnier, they want to get smarter, they want more money, but not necessarily want to do all the work that goes into it. So, but anyway, let's get straight to the meat and potatoes of this episode because that's what you're listening to. And my big focus of this episode is to share you smart networking tactics because here's the thing, ladies and gentlemen. If you're been sitting at home and wanting to accomplish some things, raise more capital, find more deals, make more money, you can't do it yourself. All right. You honestly can't do it. Yes, you can use some of the money you've worked hard for, but at some point you're going to run out of your own capital. And if other people's money is good enough for Warren Buffett and a few others, it's good enough for you. So the best times to network where you're going to have the most amount of impact, meet the most amount of people, is in January and February of the year. So what I want you to do is I want you to pull up your local RIA club. Your RIA club stands for Real Estate Investing Association. If you don't have one, go to meetup.com, look in your area, 25-mile radius of your area, type in real estate as a niche and see what's going to be happening or what events will be taking place around your market for the next month. And look at attending a real estate investment club. Look at the National RIA Club and see if they have a RIA club that's in your neck of the woods or within driving distance for you. Look, we're not talking about going every night this week. We're talking about going maybe one night a week or maybe just one time a month at the bare minimum to your local RIA club. Now, I get it. Oh, I've gone before, Scott. It's not really my cup of tea. There's not a lot of note investors in it. There weren't a lot of people there. Well, yeah, there may not have been when you went. It all depends on the topic that was being discussed or the speaker or what time of the year it was. If it was right before a holiday or right after a holiday, it may not be bad. But here's the thing. Your RIA club meetings, your BNI groups, your Business Networkers International, January and February are always going to be the biggest attended with new people coming in because they have the same resolutions you do. They want to do more. They want to be an investor. So what do? They go out and start networking with like-minded people to start tapping the resources. So this is the biggest time of the year for you to not be a wallflower. Quit hiding behind your computer screen. Quit hiding behind the excuse. Well, I gotta work. I don't get up till 5. It's at 7. Get off your keister, jump in your car, and go network with people. Now, maybe you don't have time. Maybe you have a very busy job. I can respect that. But there are different networking events that meet in the mornings, like BNI.com. BNI groups often meet in the morning and the lunch hour. A lot of RIA clubs meet in the evenings. Others are meeting on the weekends, Saturdays. If you can't find a group, guess what? Start one yourself. You'll be surprised, especially if you go to meetup.com and start your own group. You'd be surprised that meetup.com will start sending people. You don't need to have a lot of people. I think Meetup allows for if you've got 5 people that are interested that you can start a group, and that's a great way. Go to Facebook. This is something that we've done is gone to Facebook and joined groups that weren't very active, reach out to the admins and start generating traffic in those groups by taking it over, starting a post, starting to offer up live in-person meetings. And you'd be surprised the amount of positive energy you'll get. We started doing this actually here locally in Austin, Texas for our Austin Podcasters Meetup. It's been dormant for 2 years, no in-person meeting, obviously because of COVID. But we started a meeting. We did one in November. We had about 18 people. Did one in December, another 18 people, different sides of town. We've got a big event planned here in a couple of weeks. And it's been productive in helping get the word out. Our local real estate clubs, I'll be attending those this month and next month. It all depends. It may not be my best cup of tea because we don't have a true sophisticated or really well-organized note group here in Austin, Texas. It's Texas, fastest foreclosure state in the country. More people like rehabs, plus it's way overpriced. But it may be worth starting one here in the area if when I attend the RIA clubs, the 2 bigger ones that meet, if they're still operating or are still productive. You never know until you get off your ass and go. And if I were you guys, if you're in a bigger city out there that has many more opportunities for you to network, then go once a week. Get out there and go network. If you're not doing anything, guess what? Go. You will always walk away from a networking event positive energy. You'll walk away some business cards. Hopefully, you better take some of your own business cards to share. Heck, even in some groups like BNI.com, they'll often give you the registration list for attending. It may cost you $20, but guess what? That's breakfast or lunch is included. You may have to pay $15 to go to a RIA club, or maybe they'll let you attend for the first time for free. Go meet some people, go network. You will get energy and synergy. You will get a lot of synergy from these events, and it'll actually help motivate you to do more. Of course, you got to follow up with these people with an email blast or follow them on social. But this is one of the most important things that you guys need to be doing to find deals, raise more capital, and make more money along the way, because everybody is a buyer, a seller, or a funding source. And if you're a note investor, that's the sexy side of real estate, everybody. Everybody that's in the short-term rental or the fix and flip, they're struggling right now because of the markets reducing in a lot of cases. Or they're not getting as much activity, or days in market have gone up, or bookings have gone down. Distressed debt, distressed real estate, hey, we're making a comeback. We're coming on strong. I mean, there's always been distressed debt, but right now is a great time. And it's really a sexy niche that people are really looking to learn more about. So get out, talk about how you're a note investor, how you're making offers. It is one of the most important things you can do. I mean, if you hopefully started last year, our student Scott Meredith has done a really good job in building a network and helping out a local RIA club. And you never know, maybe volunteer to help with registration or help to speak, offer a case study or two. If they have a deal of haves and wants, get up and talk about what you have or what you're wanting. If you've got a case study deal close, get up and share what you got going on. It's one of the most important things that you can do in sharing who you are, because people want to surround themselves with doers, not wallflowers. I've spoken at hundreds and hundreds of real estate clubs over the last 15 years, and I'm always surprised when I walk in. Now, you can tell who's active and then who are scared, who are new, because you'll see people sitting in their desk or sitting on their chair. They're not talking to anybody. They don't want to get up and network. They're not going to meet with vendors. Yes, I'm not going to be wrong. I'll give you a little secret here. When I'm a speaker, one of the things that I learned is if I'm standing in front of the room, the people on the back row, if the room is divided into two sessions, the back right row is often the people that have the most amount of money. They get there, they get the seats, because if they don't like who the speaker is or don't like the topic, they can skedaddle out of there, and they value their time. So if you're going and networking, guess what? Go, and you see people sitting in the back row, oftentimes, maybe a little more seasoned, talk to those people. Ask them what they're doing, what their focus is. It's the old, as I like to say, the FORM method. Where are you from? What do you do? What's your occupation? What do you do for fun, recreation? What do you do this fun? Do you have a good holiday? Real easy. And then end your message. Maybe your message, hey, what do you invest in? If they're asking that, they're probably going to try and ask you, well, I invest in distressed debt, distressed assets. Love it, Or when you find out what they do, it's important to ask them questions. Of course, if they don't ask you back, then move on to the next one. But take some business cards or take a deal flyer. You'll always be surprised what comes from it. But the thing about networking events, if you got to show up on a regular basis, you got to give it 3 to 6 months of showing up. It's kind of like that whole, saying, I say that 80% of success comes after the 5th contact. Well, 80% of success in RIA clubs or networking events comes from attending the 5th time. Now, I get it. You may be busy. You're a busy guy or gal. I get it. Crazy work schedule. Maybe you don't have a lot of time. That's why maybe BNI would be a better group for you. Now, BNI is not going to be like a real estate investing club, but they are professionals and experienced professionals. These groups only allow one person from every niche or genre out there: one realtor, one mortgage broker, one insurance agent, one carpet cleaner, one investor, one financial advisor. But these people have a network of other people, and if they're successful and paying the annual dues, I think it's $300 a year or a month to be part of the BNI group. I don't know. I don't know. Don't hold me to that. But they are really versed in the form of giving referrals, and everybody's looking to do something with their funds, their retirement. They want to get a higher return. They're looking for ways to invest. And going and joining a BNI group can be a way for you to end up with 10 to 30 cheerleaders who are really motivated, not only to sit down with you and learn more about what you're doing, but to also send referrals back and forth. Maybe you've got a referral. Maybe you're giving some referrals. It's a great way to build your local network if you don't have a local network. And like I said, you can go to BNI.com, type in your zip code. You'll see the different groups that are around you. Like Austin, when I look, there's like 40 some odd groups. I think pre-COVID, I attended probably 30 of them. Yeah, I was going to a breakfast and lunch 3 days out of the week a lot of times when things were a little slow, but it was a great way to build some energy, build a database. Because literally, when you walk in a BNI group, often they give you the registration list, or you grab a bunch of stack of business cards to be able to network with people. Now, you don't go just to network and grab the cards and run. If you're going to join one, join one. And many BNI groups will allow you to attend multiple ones for free the first time for to get a fit for the group, because they don't want you being a bad fitting group. They want you to be part of a group that makes sense, that's going to work well for you. I mean, there's literally a BNI group just across the street here that used to meet in my old office building that I would go to when I was in town. That just made sense for me. But that's the thing, ladies and gentlemen, take advantage of this opportunity. There's so much momentum, people wanting to do some things, wanting to take action. And this is a great way for you to get out, meet some people who are looking to invest more. They're wanting to learn some things. Maybe they got some capital. Maybe they're just pissed off looking at their 401k or their IRA, quarterly statements, and really want to put some money behind their mouths, or willing to take action to make some things happen. So, I like to double down January, February, March as best I can. And, whether it's me going out and speaking or getting booked to speak or doing on a Zoom call, or whether it's a virtual group. And even if you can't find a group that makes it, maybe it makes sense for you to start a group. Like I said, or go into a Facebook or a LinkedIn group and offer to, add some content to there, or to rejuvenate that group. Just make sure you do it from a good spot. Don't do it in a negative spot. There are some people that like to just join meetup groups till they fade off, and they take those groups over, and then they just toward them from themselves, and they don't really do a lot of good work or good job of really sharing and understanding the idea of a networking group. It's not all about the host. It's about providing value and content to everybody in the group. And sometimes you may be the leader. Sometimes you might be the smartest person. Other times you are not the smartest person. The important thing is to know when when you need to be and when you don't want to be. But the idea here is just be a leader. Show up, take notes, network with people, come home, and then follow up is the key to being a successful networker more than anything else. Not just getting out and pressing the flesh and swapping cards, but literally following up with those people. I actually have an email in my CRM Keep. It's already pre-formatted. It talks, hey, it was great meeting you at blank event. Love to talk with you more about what you're doing. Here's a little bit more about me. I have a podcast. I buy distressed debt, investor. And, like I said, love to talk more, see if there's any synergy. I've been doing this on LinkedIn for the last couple of years, literally just reaching out to real estate investors and said, hey, love to connect with you. What do you focus on? And doing this. So this is something that we do on a regular basis. If you can't make it to a live event, then really you need to go over to LinkedIn and leverage LinkedIn and just start looking for real estate investors in your city. Start there, then go to your state, and then go beyond that. And that's what I did. Started with Austin. I typed in real estate investor. I pulled up a big group, narrowed it down to Austin, Texas. Then I changed it to Texas, and then we just went generic United States. But that's helped us grow our LinkedIn dramatically. But that's the thing. Go with a business card, with your socials. Make sure you've got somebody. I got to give this guy a hard time. He's got a podcasting business card I went to, which is great. And he's got a capture code, which is great. But he didn't have an email or a phone number on there. Or I went to FinCon and some guy had his name, but he had no way to contact him. I'm like, how the heck is anybody supposed to contact you? He's like, oh, it's a good point. He goes, well, I only write my number on there if I want them to contact me. I'm like, okay, I can understand that. Worst case, if you go to a meetup group or BNI group or something like that, look at the vendors. The vendors are such a resource of knowledge, connections. They know a lot of people. Look at the IRA groups that are in your area. Many of these IRA companies will have January or February meetup groups where they want the investors to get together. Great chance to network, and it's a high value target. Like I say, high value networking event is talking with people who have capital or looking at capital. And then maybe, like I said, get outside of. Maybe you don't want to go to your BNI group. Maybe you don't want to go to your real estate club. Maybe it is a bunch of entrepreneurs that are not doing anything. Go look at your other meetup groups. If you got a country club, see if they have a networking event, or your PTA, or your local networking, your audience. Maybe you need to start one. Hey guys, Nextdoor has been a really great tool that's helped us in the past with a couple of things. And if you don't know Nextdoor, it's free, but they will ask you where you live, and they'll actually kind of link you with people in a specific area. And that might be a great way to connect with your neighbors, connect with people that are right around you. I mean, I've met a lot of our neighbors walking every morning and getting to know them, but I met a lot of people a couple of years ago when we had to come together to fight some political issues taking place here in Austin, Texas, and they're still friends to this day. and connect with them. So check out Nextdoor. Maybe that's it. Hey, just get people together for a happy hour or a networking event, or whatever it might be. People are more open to network than they've ever been before because it is first year. If you can't make it in the gym at night because it's packed, then go network. Monday, Tuesday, Wednesday, Thursday, the best time to do it. Maybe even Saturday as well for you out there. But like I said, check out meetup.com, bni.com, reiclub.com, or just meetup.com and look for real estate clubs out there. But take your business cards. It doesn't cost you much to get business cards. You can go to FedEx.com or Vistaprint, get them ordered. But don't let that stop you. If you're struggling, you don't know where to begin, hey, reach out, be coachable, book a call at talkwithscottcarson.com. I'd be glad to talk with you, help give you some pointers. I had a lady in San Diego. I couldn't find anybody in San Diego. I'm like, what? And so I literally jumped on there, did a screenshot of the 20 real estate clubs in San Diego. She's like, oh, I guess I was wrong. I'm like, just got to be a little open mindset. It's never been easier to network. If you really enjoy somebody, I love what my Stephanie does when she goes to an event. She really enjoys talking with somebody. She takes a selfie with them, and then that's a smart thing. Take a selfie, and then if you're going to connect with them, you can share the selfie via social media or text message back to them, and it builds some great camaraderie immediately like that. So that's a great tool that she does. I do it some of the time. I need to do more of that. But just get out and network. That's the thing, guys. You got to look at if you want to increase your net worth, you've got to grow your network. You can't be a wallflower. You've got to kill your inner introvert and let that extrovert get out. Even if you're just an extrovert for a couple hours, I know it may be very draining of energy because you're not used to that. But honestly, go with a partner. Go with somebody who has the same goals as you do. It's always easy. You're going to go faster and farther with a partner or accountability partner. Maybe you're doing different things. Maybe your notes, maybe they're subject to deals, but still worth going and networking and hanging out. If you know somebody there, great. Who should I meet? Are you a member? You never know. It's just a huge opportunity for you, and you got to take advantage. January, February, March, Q1 is always the best time to get out and network. If you've been before, get up and go again. Things have a tendency of changing every 6 to 12 months in these groups. You never know who's leading them or what's going on, and you never know. You might just be an expert that they may want you to come back and ask some information on how to deal with it. I'm very proud. In the past, we've had quite a few of our students actually present at different REIA clubs about their case studies or their note deals that they're taking down. If you've got a deal that you're working through, you want to raise capital, and you're having a hard time doing it through social media marketing, guess what? Get up, go network, go connect with people, and you'll never know who you'll find who's ready to, get things done. It's important. We've talked about putting a pitch deck together. Have that available, but don't let that stop you from going out. Put that together. Take the time to get those things done because those staples. Maybe take the time to write an executive summary. That'll look a lot more professional than just nothing, but something that people that really, potential investors, that if you hand them an executive summary and a business card and maybe a case or two, they'd be like, whoa, let me blown away. This person, this gal's got their shit together. I want to connect with them. I don't want to do more with them. And it gives them something to take. And as a general reminder, they need to follow up with you and make sure you follow up as well. Don't wait 3 days. It's not like a first date. Okay. Feel free, next day, just drop an email. It's one of the things that I did starting off with. When I would get home, I would send a personalized email to everybody I met, just so it was top of their mind, and link your calendar, or link something to follow up with. Maybe it's coffee, maybe it's a Zoom call, maybe it's just a phone call or text message, but do it better now. Guys, you're going to be investors for a long time, and taking the time to spend an hour, 2 hours in your business once a week or once a month, it will have exponential results, growth, and just be so much more valuable to you in the long run if you just do this stuff on a regular basis. I know we get tired, or a long day at work. Last thing we want to do sometimes is go network. Sometimes we want to kill people from hating our job, but guess what? Go get you a pint, go get your adult beverage, go sit down and network with these folks, and you'll always walk away glad that you went. You'll learn something new. You'll meet somebody new, and you never know what you walk away with. Like I said, everybody's a buyer, a seller, or a funding source, whether it's themselves or their referral network to them. And you'll expand not only your tribe, but maybe expand to their tribe as well. So go out, take some action, everybody. I wish you the best of luck here in 2023. Whatever your goals and aspirations and resolutions are, I'd love to hear of what you're wanting to accomplish. If we can help in any way, feel free to reach out to me at talkwithscottcarson.com or drop me an email, scott@weclosenotes.com. Love to help you in any way we can. So we'll see you at the top, everybody. Bye. Thanks for listening.